Hello everyone, I am Ritu from Kendriya Vidyalaya Mahoba. Here we will learn how to connect MySQL database to Python. Let's see. In this lesson there are few objectives. First one is how to connect SQL with Python. Second one, how to perform some queries of SQL such as insert, update, delete with this connection through Python language. Third one, how to display data which has been selected or result of some query by using fetch1, fetch_all and row count. Before starting, you must have Python ideally installed in your computer or laptop. You must have MySQL software installed in your computer. Before starting, I hope you have knowledge of basic of Python programming language and you have knowledge of SQL queries. Now start our first topic, how to create connection of MySQL with Python. There are few steps. Now step 1 is we will install MySQL driver with pip command in our computer. Now these are few steps. First one, go to script folder in Python. Then there you will press shift plus right key. Then you will get few options. In these options you will select open PowerShell window. Then there is a window open in front of you. Now you will type pip install MySQL connector. Then press enter key. It will take few minutes and your MySQL connector will install. After you will close that window and go to Python IDLE. There you will type import MySQL connector. This is a package. MySQL.connector is a package which contains all elements, properties and function of MySQL connection. Now, after importing package, there is third step which is establish a connection to MySQL database. This is syntax for connection establishment to MySQL database. Here is the package name which we have already import and this is function name. This function establish connection with MySQL and this syntax tell us there is a host. Host is local host where MySQL is installed and this is our computer. So we will write always local host. Then user, root and password is also root. While installing your MySQL, if you have set your password and username different, then you will type that password and username. But if by default you have insert root as a user and root as password, then you will write here root in password and root in user. After this, we will get a connection object. This is connection object. Now we will create a cursor. Cursor is a special type of data structure in database connection. How we will use this cursor? We will see it. When a query is sent to MySQL database, then output of that query is a result set. And that result set has many records. So we will take help of cursor data structure for fetching records from record set, that is result of a query. After creating a cursor, we will execute query that we want to execute, and syntax of execution query is the name of cursor which has been created here and function name execute and the query of MySQL. These queries, I hope you have learned about these query in basic of SQL. Next step is step 6. Okay, now we have established connection and we have learned how to execute a query. I will brief some basic steps. First one, you will import a package, then you will establish connection, then you will create cursor, then you will execute a query. Now we will discuss some queries. First one is how to create a table with this connection. Basic steps you have learned. First one is import mysql.connector package, then create a SQL connection object which we have learned already, then create a cursor and now execute query, and our query is create table student. Now this query will create a table name student which contains few columns. First one is roll number, second one is name, third one age and city. When you will run this program, a table is created in your database name school. This is our database name which we have already created in MySQL. Now this table student will created in school database. If you want to see whether our table has been created or not, you will open your MySQL and you can check your table by using describe query. When you will type describe student in MySQL, then you will get the table which contain 4 column, roll number, name, age and city, its data type and all other property. So with the help of Python, we have created a table in MySQL with this connection. Now, if we want to check whether our table has been created or how many tables in our database and name of tables in our database, then we can check with the help of sort tables queries. So basic is same. We will write a program. First line is we will import our connection package, that is mysql.connector. Then you will create connection with the help of connect function and name of connection object is mydb, and this connection object is used everywhere. Now we will create a cursor and with the help of this cursor we will execute our query with the help of execute function, and our query is show tables. And I want to tell you that here we don't need to use semicolon as we have used in MySQL queries. And now we will get record set. After this line we will get record set which contain name of all tables in school database. And now we will fetch name of tables from this record set, and we will write a for loop. My cursor contain the whole record set, and with the help of X we will fetch one record at a time, and we will type print X. Because we have created a single table name student here, so there will be only one record in record set, that is student table in our database name school. After that there is another command, alter command. As you know, alter command help us change our table. With the help of alter command, we can change name of table, name of column, size of column, we can delete a column. So here we will learn how to use alter command with this connection. Okay, first one, the same step we have learned. We will import the package, then we will establish connection, and our host is localhost, user is root, password is root, and database is school. After this, a connection object is created. Now with the help of this object, we will create a cursor, my cursor, and we will execute our command. Our command or query is alter table. So we will alter our table student and we will add one more column which name is marks and data type is int and size of column is 3. Then a new column will be added in our table student and this table is in our database school. Now there are few functions, fetch all, fetch one, and a property row count. The first function is fetch all. We will use fetch all to access data or fetch data from record set. This fetch all function fetch all record of record set. If our record set has 10 record, then this function fetch all record at a time. Now see how we will use this fetch all function. First, the same, we will import the package and we will establish connection with the help of object of connection. Now we will create the function cursor and now we will execute a query, select star from student. This query fetch all records from student table. For example, if our student table has 3 record, then this line will fetch all record and create a record set. Now fetch all function is used to fetch all record from record set. So on this cursor, which is my cursor, dot fetch all is used to fetch all record and these record will come in my result and a list is created of all record. Now this list is accessed one by one with the help of loop variable x. This loop variable will access one record at a time from my result list. When loop will iterate first time, it will fetch first record and print this record. See here. Then when loop is executed second time, x will access second record from my result and print here. Then it will execute third time and access last record from my result list and print here. So fetch all function fetch all record at a time and create a list of records from record set. Now fetch one. As we have already learned about fetch all records at the same time and fetch only one record from record set. Let's see the same line. We will import the package, then we will establish connection, then we will create a cursor and we execute a query, select star from student. This query will access all record from the table and create a record set. From this record, we will fetch only one record by using fetch one function. With fetch all function, we will access all record, and with fetch one function, we will access only one record, and we can print that record. Now delete and row count. We can delete a record from a table by using connection. If we want to delete a record or two record, then we can use this syntax. First one, the same, we will import package, we will establish connection, we will create cursor, and for example, we will give a name to our query. For example, our query is delete from student where roll number is equal to 102. So we want to delete that record where roll number is 102 from student table, and we have given a name SQL to this query. Now here, while executing query, we don't need to write the whole query. We can just use the name of query, that is SQL, and we can commit. Now we can check how many record has been deleted with the help of row count. This row count is a special property of cursor object that returns the number of row retrieval from cursor till now. Okay, as we have deleted only one record, so row count will count only one. If this query delete 3 record, then value of row count will be 3. Now date command. As you know, update command is used for changing the data of some rows or column. For example, if a student name is Ram and we want to change it to Ram Kumar, then we can use update command. The whole syntax is same. First of all, we will import the package, we will establish connection, then we will create cursor, then we will give a name to update query. Our update query is, we will update student table, and we will set marks percentage as S where roll number percentage S. Here what is percentage S? Here value of percentage S is given as 399 and value of roll number is given 101. Now we will execute this query. Here query is SQL and set of values. First value is 399 and second value is 101. So from value set, first value goes to first percentage S and second value will go to second percentage S, and then query will execute it, and where our roll number is 101, marks will be set as 399. Now we can check how many rows has been affected by this query. For example, if roll number of a student is 101, there is only one student who have roll number 101, then only one record or only one row will be changed with the help of this query. So row count will show only one record.